Okay, we're outside 19201 Fairway in Maple Heights, Ohio, as we start the exterior walkthrough. You see the frontage of the house here. As you'll see when I go in the basement too, the home has a poured concrete foundation, which is really rare for a home built when this was, and it's really preferable to a block foundation. There's just a lot of advantages. They tend not to bow, and they're much more watertight typically than a block foundation. So the roof overall is in good shape. You'll see they have heating cables here. I could zoom in, and really that's just done to prevent ice damming. So I'll note that in the report. You definitely want to ensure that those are running at all times during the freezing months of the year. It's an older shingle, but should have plenty of life in it. I would say at minimum about 6 or 7 years, if not a little bit more. But there is some damage up in this upper valley, which again, if I could zoom in, you can see there's some missing shingles here, and it looks like some wind damage. So because of that fact, the roof will be marked as defective in the report, but really just needs some sort of localized repairs up in that upper valley. I can head along the side of the house here. You'll see this door does not have a storm door, which isn't always a good addition, and the threshold is shot from water damage. You can see the trim piece here is loose and damaged, so that should be updated. The home has a mix of what you see here, this older metal frame window, and I'll talk about more on that when I do the interior of the inspection. And there's also the original metal basement awning windows. We're gonna head around the back here to look at the garage, which we'll check out in a minute. You can see some algae streaks. That's just because it's the shady side of the home. So that really should be just power washed, cleaned off. That's good practice. Another look at the shingles there. It has plenty of ventilation, which has been added, which is nice. Head over to the side of the house here. So the meter and the electrical panel inside the home have been updated. But as you'll see here, the overhead service drop is still the original 3-wire service, which goes to the utility pole there. And typically speaking, when you see the 3-wire, that's typically only 60 amps of service coming into the home, which for a home this size is probably adequate. But anytime I see that, I do note that the average home in America today has 100 amps, which is considered the minimum for everyday living. So it's always preferable to upgrade that. However, that can get expensive. And again, we see the older metal window and storm window combination. There's some smaller things too, like some damage here on this trim piece just below the downspout. Should really be corrected. And this, I don't believe is affecting things, but these crocks, these clay terracotta crocks that the downspout signed to are damaged, and that's likely to appear on a city of point of sale inspection. So just a heads up there. From here, I'm just going to kind of wrap around, shoot the house for you, and then head back to the garage. See, it's a detached garage. The roof is the same shingle. That's what's on the house. So again, should have plenty of life left in it. Some smaller things with the exterior. You can see this front window here has a crack in it. Something hit it. The siding overall is in good shape too. And it's just a manual door. Nice inside there. There is no power supply to the garage, so that will be noted in the report. But you can see this is really typical when people get too close with a weed trimmer. There's some damage on the siding here, so that will be noted. But that really is it for the exterior. Just want to do one last shot at the back of the house. And I'm gonna head inside and start the basement section. Okay, we're at the base of the basement stairs inside the home, and we just take a quick pan around the area. First thing you'll notice is the foundation is a poured concrete foundation, which is really nice and actually pretty rare for the date the home was built. But concrete foundations typically have less issues than block foundations, and they're typically more waterproof, and I definitely don't see any signs of moisture. I guess there was some work done to the plumbing main. You can see here there's new concrete, and the main plumbing sanitary stack in front of us here has been replaced. The majority of it is now newer PVC. So I don't know if this came up on a former point of sale inspection from the city, but it looks like the sewer main to the house, you can see the new concrete goes all the way out to the street. So that was a good improvement. Unfortunately, I can't see a lot of that just because it's underneath the concrete. So with issues like this, you know, it's always good to inquire with the seller. So as you'll see, that's the way I worded the report. We're gonna look at the updated electrical panel. Again, on the top here, you'll see some knob and tube wiring, which I see in nearly every home built in this age. It's the black wiring up there. Typically, I do pull the covers off the electrical panel, but in this case, this bottom screw here was pretty well corroded. So I was not able to open that up. It actually damaged my screwdriver, so it would be good to get that working. You'll see there's a new furnace and water heater, which is really good. However, I did have a few issues with the installation on the water heater. You can see they use these flexible water lines here, and this one is actually touching the flue pipe. Behind that thin braided metal is just a rubber, plastic hosing tubing, and it's known to pop, especially when that flue pipe gets very hot. And really, the flue pipe should not have a negative pitch. As you see here, it kind of slopes downwards at this elbow, which can prevent it from drafting, and that's a way carbon monoxide can get into the home. So yeah, the furnace is a 2019 make. It's running right now. Everything's working well there. One kind of general thing, there's no issues with it yet, but you can see this is a gas line. You can see there's quite a bit of corrosion on the gas lines down here, and really those should be cleaned up just to avoid any issues. Just a quick pan. Again, the foundation framing looks to be in really good shape. You can see some more corrosion on the valves here. That's just kind of surface corrosion, but really should be cleaned up. Like I said, it could create issues if it's left unchecked. We're gonna head this way, and just a quick look. We'll see it's a copper water main, which is good, and the majority of the homes water supply piping has been replaced with this newer PVC. So with that, we're gonna head upstairs and do the rest of the video walkthrough. Okay, I'm just inside the side entry door of the home as we start the first floor walkthrough. See, the first room we come to is a kitchen. There, I can show you an example of the vinyl replacement window. This one actually has a bad thermal seal, which is mostly cosmetic, but you can see the fog pane there. And as we go upstairs, you'll see there's a mix. There's some metal windows and then the vinyl replacements. Look at the cabinetry. There's a gas range. Nice large refrigerator. The ice and water dispenser is not hooked up here. Step through into the living room.
Okay, I'll go out with you.
Great. I know this little place out of the way you're going to love it.
And here. Look at the bathroom. So for a home with knob and tube wiring, it does have the GFCI outlets, which is really good. I ran the plumbing, and in front of us here you see a look at the older metal single pane window. Shower's a fiberglass surround. And there's two bedrooms on this floor. This one here. And this back bedroom here. And again, the windows on this part of the home are the older metal frame windows. So really, I'd say about 80% of the windows in the home are the older metal frame. Okay, from here we're gonna head upstairs. Thank you. Okay, I'm on the upper level of the home, which has been converted into bedroom, living space. You'll see the first thing is these panels. There's always a slight chance that they may be asbestos containing. In this case, I believe they're just wood fiber by the looks of them. Either way, they're in good shape, so I would just recommend leaving them alone. You'll see the home is a mix of vinyl replacement windows and these older metal single pane windows, which obviously aren't going to be as energy efficient as the vinyl replacement ones. Something worth noting there. And we'll just quickly expand the living space here. You see the wood fiber tiles again. There's hardwood floors on this level, which are in really nice shape. The bedroom has a large walk-in closet. And if you'll bear with me here, I'm just going to sneak around into this little attic cubby space. Everything looks really nice and clean in here, but you do see some of the insulation has fallen away, which is always good to have that replaced so you're not losing energy from the home. There's some on this side too. But really, that's it for the video walktherough. If there's any questions, please give me a call or email. Thank you.